Yeah. It's nutritionist Trisha Mandes, and I am thrilled because I have a client right now and I adore her. Her name is Linda Shepard. She is 73 years old, which shocked me. And she is in Lancaster, New York, and she has been eating optimally, working with me for 11 weeks now. Thank you so much for coming on, Linda, to share your story.
Oh,
I really appreciate it.
I'm so glad to be here. If I hadn't found you, I don't know where I would be today,
Oh,
really.
I'm so proud
And
of
I
you for
and I
saying
mean
yes
that.
to yourself. I'm so glad you said yes to yourself. Thank you.
Me too.
So let's start off with, how were you feeling before we started working together? What was going on with your health and your life that you weren't happy with at that time?
I was I didn't have any energy. I was dragging myself to work. I was not participating with socially. Um, my knee hurt. I get home from work. I just sit around. I knew that I needed to lose weight. And then I spoke with you about eating optimally, and the rest is history. I am so excited. I can't even begin to tell anybody that. I mean, I've never felt so satisfied eating foods that are just yummy. It's a wonderful adventure. And I would encourage anyone to hop on board because, the results, the benefits are just amazing.
I love
You
your
know,
enthusiasm. So let's talk about what are some of the results that you've achieved. So you came here not having energy, some pain. You also have celiac disease.
I,
So you've had some
yeah,
concerns there too. So
yes.
what results have you achieved working with me and eating optimally with your health?
All right. Well, I'm sure thing people want to know is, okay, so I've lost 22 pounds in 11 weeks. Okay. I've got more energy than I've had since I can't remember what age. Um, Eating optimally, I am full all the time. I mean, until hunger hits, and then you eat some more optimal food and life is good. Um, I have no cravings, no sugar cravings. I don't care about chocolate anymore. I mean, desserts are not even in my realm. It's like, give me a boiled potato and my salt shaker, and I'm a happy girl. I If you had told me this was going to happen, I would never have believed it.
I mean, I did. I did. When we first spoke, I did tell you, but it's the thing you have to experience and you just have to take a leap of faith, and you did. So keep
Yeah,
going. Your energy's increased. You're down
right.
22 pounds in 11 weeks. Any issues with the celiac disease?
No, no. Uh, Everything seems to have stabilized. I feel like I'm more social. I I I've regained my love of cooking, which has given me such joy. And so now I just go to the library and get cookbooks that are in line with my optimal eating. And that was a blast last week. I did that. I brought home 5 cookbooks. I was like, oh yes. Oh, and even the librarian gave me suggestions on good cookbooks, so that was fun to
Cool.
meet someone and actually engage with somebody who was much younger than me, um, and still
Cool.
be able to have a conversation. It was great,
That's
really is.
wonderful. That's wonderful. And how about your hip and waist measurements? I know right before this, we did a little bit of math and there was some success there. Do you
Yeah,
remember your
yeah,
reduction?
yes. My waist
Okay.
was down 5.5 inches, and my hips were down 3 inches.
So
So
cool.
that's exciting.
And
And
how about the swelling in your hands? And tell us the story with the rings.
Oh, yes. Okay. So for years, I've had these beautiful tanzanite rings that are set in gold, and they're like 5 carats. They're just gorgeous. And one day, just on a whim, I thought I'd try one of them on, and it just slipped right on my finger. I was so excited. I couldn't even believe it. I stood there and just looked at myself, but I haven't worn those rings probably in over 10 years. So I was a happy, happy girl
And that's because the swelling reduced
because
in
the
your
swelling
hand
went down.
from eating optimally. So you said
Definitely.
it had been 5 years?
No, probably 10 years since I
10
wore
years.
those rings. probably 10. Yeah.
And you achieved that like almost halfway through the program, if not sooner. So that
Oh,
was like 4 or 5 weeks
yeah.
changing your
Things happened
diet.
really, really quick. Yeah. I mean, and
Okay.
then I lost the double chin. I was so excited. Remember when you noticed that,
Yep.
like the first week,
You
I
were
was
like,
like, oh, whoa. Yes. Yes. So there's lots of blessings that came out of this. I'm so happy to say. Um,
"Ew."
and because I've got more energy now, like I'm doing my clutter clearing around the house because you get to that age and there's just too much stuff and you got to
Mhm,
move it along. And so
mhm,
that's become a regular habit. I'm
mhm.
exercising, which has been a challenge to a degree because of the knee thing and stuff. Um, but um it's become a habit, and that's the beautiful thing. You show up for yourself, and like you taught me, and I'm very proud that you know that I can do this. I mean,
Yeah, I'm very proud of you
especially
too.
especially at this age, right?
Oh, you are an inspiration. You are absolute inspiration.
And
And we put your individualized eating plan in place. So even amongst the unique, restrictions that you
right.
have with the celiac disease. And before we started, I remember you just saying you didn't enjoy cooking because cooking without gluten was just like, well, to you and
Right.
wasn't exciting. And you were struggling with all these health concerns. And now that we've added,
Mhm.
especially those foundational filling foods back in for you, and the joy of cooking is back. It's working. You're losing weight. You're uh, achieving all these things. What are you more excited for yourself now, moving forward? Now that you are down 22 pounds and counting, like you're not even close to ever having been in a plateau since you've been here. What are you more excited for yourself now, moving forward? That you're feeling better, more energized, know how to take care of your body. What are you excited for yourself moving forward that you weren't 11 weeks ago?
Ah, well, I'm loving the way my body looks, which is a big deal.
Yeah, that's a new shirt you
Um,
got on right now.
I'm looking forward to buying new clothes, but not right now because we're still moving on. We're going to keep going. And I just, I'm excited that I didn't realize how much energy I didn't have until I got to this point. And I see how much better I feel, how much more I'll do, how much more I'll speak up for myself. Remember I had a baby shower to go to, and those food choices were not acceptable. And I called the caterer and got myself optimal food. And then I went to a restaurant yesterday, and they really didn't have anything that I would choose to
Mhm,
eat.
mhm.
So I had a cup of coffee, and my friend had her dinner, and it was fine. Because, like you taught me, it's not about the food. It's about it's about the atmosphere. It's about the people you're with, who you love, whatever, and that change in your mindset makes such a difference. Helps you to see things that you never saw before, in a different way. It's wonderful.
Nothing tastes better than optimal feels. And to the person watching this video who might be thinking, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to go out to eat and not eat anything." Have you also gone out to eat and eaten
Oh,
optimal meals and enjoyed
oh,
going out to eat too?
oh, definitely, definitely. One place had this wonderful quinoa salad with sweet potatoes and just all the things that we would be happy with,
Yeah.
and that was amazing.
Yeah, I love it. And to the person watching this video, know that if you don't like quinoa or you don't like sweet potato, it's okay. You don't have to eat it. There's nothing you have to eat that you
Right.
don't like. That just happens to be what Linda likes, but it's amazing that you're also able to go out to eat and there's optimal stuff and you found things that you love. And then there's times where there's not things that you like and you're not like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw in the towel, screw it, I'll eat that." You're like, "I'd much rather just eat nothing." So that's cool
Right.
that no matter where you are, you have your own back. What hesitations did you have, if any, about joining the program? Like, was there anything scary when you said yes?
and I don't want to.
No, speak the truth.
Scary-
Honesty is the
Okay,
most important
the
thing.
scariest thing was the cost.
Mm-hmm.
I've never spent that much money on myself,
Mm-hmm.
really.
Yeah.
That was the scariest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something, I don't know. I tend to be able to evaluate a person,
Mm-hmm.
even on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel like if they're genuine,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just a short conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel if, you know, if this is for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even do any like background. I didn't find you before, and go and look and see, look you up or
Mm-hmm.
anything. I just, when I met you on that call, I just knew that you were the answer, and that what you had and your knowledge and all that you put together for us was going to get me to where I needed to go. And I felt that here,
Mm-hmm.
not in my head or in my, pocketbook. I felt it, just felt it. And
Yeah.
that's why I said yes so fast, if you remember,
Yeah.
because, you know, so,
So you
so
were a little scared because you had never invested highly in yourself
correct.
before, but you felt like there was a level of faith and trust.
Yes,
So you went for it. And now that you're on the other side and you've achieved what you said earlier, like I wouldn't even have known this was possible for myself.
right.
Do you regret it now?
Oh no, not at all. No, this was an amazing adventure, and I would highly recommend it to anyone.
Mhm.
Um, because you won't know until you try.
Mhm.
The benefits and the outcome is more than you can ever imagine, in my opinion.
Mhm. It's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. What would you say, or before I ask that question, do you feel like you're
Mhm.
going to be able to sustain this for the rest of your life?
Honest to God, I do. I really, really do. I don't see, I can't even imagine doing anything else, eating any other way. I
Yep.
mean,
Are
and
you,
the
are,
fact that you don't have any sugar cravings, you're always full. You don't, that there's no desire for anything else. And
Mhm.
it all tastes so good.
Yeah. Yep. What was I just going to say to you? Are you counting calories?
I am not counting calories. No.
Are you measuring or weighing your food?
No, no, no.
Are you counting macros? Are you counting are you counting anything?
I'm not counting anything.
Did I sell you any products?
No, ma'am.
Was there any bars or shakes or meals or diet
Oh
pills?
no, no,
Okay.
no. And I couldn't have had them anyway because I have that lactose intolerance thing too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
so this
yeah.
was
Well, I
perfect.
don't sell them to anyone, but I want the person watching this video to know that Linda achieved this by just eating food. It's just
Yeah.
what we had her put in her mouth, and we just made sure she liked or loved what she was eating in a way that was unique to her health situation and goals. What would you say to the woman watching this video? She's in her mid 60s, 70s, or even early 80s. She has tried multiple diets, struggled with weight most of her life, doesn't want to give up on herself, but she is freaking scared. She's never invested in herself like this. But being able to move more, have more energy, achieve something with her weight that she's never achieved before, what would you say to that person who wants help but is terrified? What would you say to that woman right now?
I would just say go for it because the outcome is so amazing. And you'll never feel better than you feel when you eat optimally. But like you've told us too, I know there's a phrase here I'm trying to come up with, um, that um, maybe you can help me out. Um, Nothing feels as good as optimal feels. Is that, am I quoting that right or
Nothing
no?
tastes as good as
Oh,
optimal
taste.
feels, but I just wrote down
Yes.
what you said because I like that better, is you'll never feel better than when you eat optimally. You'll never feel better than when you do that.
Okay.
That's to quote you. Now I'm quoting you.
All righty. Well, I hope that helps someone. I hope that I hope they can feel my energy, my sincerity, and that it's just no fun to be overweight and be unhappy. That you deserve it. At this point in our life, we deserve to have a better life and to live longer. That was my first thing when we first talked, was I want to live to see my grandchildren really grow up and what they're going to become. That's what's motivated me originally
Yeah.
to
You
get
deserve
started.
it. And now here's a path that can actually get you there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Any final words you want to say?
Oh, just thank you.
Mm.
Thank you, Trisha. Thank you for being the gift to the world that you are. It is so outstanding. I've never been in a program where someone cared so much, shared so much of their life, and was willing to give so much to every single client, and just specifically for that person. I mean, you are a gift, and I thank you again very, very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.